Wouldn't be Ryan the Great, and today we are talking the Royal Rumble, guys. So yeah, I did my predictions in the Royal Rumble. I was 2 for 4. I don't think anybody expected Jey Uso to win. Nobody picked him. I don't think that I think there were people that picked DIY to win. I thought the Motor City Machine Guns were definitely going to win, but I'm not sure too many people predicted the Street Profits ultimate interference in the match. I don't think many people predicted that. But yeah, we'll be breaking down things that I liked, didn't like about the show. We'll go in order of how the matches went. Not really much more to say, so let's get right into it. Before we get right into it, guys, make sure you guys subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother, Linda Great Vlogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Around the Cog Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X or Around the Great RT. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my main channel at Around the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on X at Around the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Around the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast, and make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Around the Great Podcast. And my food, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the video and let's roll that intro. Hey, come on, Stotty. Stop! 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 Red Flare! First pitch! Bring him in! Yeah! Oh, damn. All right, let's go in the video. So starting off, it is the Women's Royal Rumble match. Now, a few things I did like about this match. I liked how Nia Jax was booked. I thought that WWE did a pretty good job of, telling the audience that even though she's not a champion at the current moment in time, she still is a threat to the entire WWE. I thought that was great. I like the Nikki Bella return. That was fun. I know that she's probably going to be on TV now. There was definitely talk of that. That was a nice return. Some people are up in the air about the Trish Stratus appearance. I mean, I'm fine with it. It doesn't really matter to me. I thought that was good. I thought the booking of Io Sky was really fun. I really wanted her to win. It is what it is, though. What else was there? Yeah, not really much else. It was just a good match overall. You had some nice returns. You had, I don't know if you want to say Bianca Belair and Naomi sort of clash, because Belair didn't want Naomi teaming up with Jordynne Grace. It was a good debut by Jordynne Grace. I knew it was going to happen. I don't know if you saw that sort of break apart, that sort of thing. Like that, I don't think anybody's really talking about that. That was something I looked at. And then what else? Oh, the return of Alexa Bliss was great. She got an incredible pop. Everybody treated it like she was Stone Cold Steve Austin or, the freaking Undertaker. So yeah, that was great. I really liked her return. I personally thought her or Io Sky probably should have won, just because I really wanted Io Sky to win. I think everybody knew Charlotte was going to win. Or at least I would hope everybody would know. I think, or I don't know at this point. If you don't think Charlotte's going to win the big match when she returns, then I don't know what you're doing. But, I thought Alexa Bliss or Io Sky should have won. I didn't really like that. Another thing I really wasn't a fan of that people aren't really talking about, the Pure Fusion Collective were just, were like, I don't know. They were just booked, like, really dominantly, and they're not a dominant faction on television, so the booking really didn't line up to how I would see it. They were eliminating people. They didn't eliminate, the greatest names, like the big megastars, but they were booked, like, so dominantly in the match, and it was not like for a majority of the match, but like for 5 to 7 minutes, they were booked they were like made out to be the biggest stars, and I really didn't understand that, because they're nothing special. They're not, they don't get reactions as a faction, and I don't know, it just didn't really make that much sense. The only other thing I really didn't like was Lyra Valkyria was the second one to be eliminated. That really didn't make that much sense, unless the end game is for another feud between Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria, but they seem to be both baby faces right now. It doesn't really make that much sense for them to feud. I don't know. Unless Lyra Valkyria is going to be dropping the Women's Intercontinental Championship over the next couple of weeks, then I really don't understand why she got eliminated second, especially by Dakota Kai. There really is no end game to that, in my opinion. I was pretty surprised when I saw that. The thing that I did like was Roxanne Perez's um, her performance was great. I think she lasted the most time out of anybody in the Rumble, which was cool. She put on a good performance as well. Julia was in the match. That was fun. Her and Io Sky facing off was nice. I would like to see that match when she gets to the main roster in WWE. I think she faced off against Stephanie Vaquer. I like the NXT people coming into the match. I feel like with the NXT women's division, we don't know it as well as the men's division, or at least casual fans don't. So I thought that was a good way to introduce them. Lash Legend was a good addition. I don't watch NXT often, so I kind of forgot her for a second, but then I remembered who she was. But yeah, that was good. I liked her. She was great. But yeah, this match was pretty decent. It was pretty great, to be honest with you. There really wasn't much wrong with it outside of the the little bad decisions here and there. I mean, I'm just kind of nitpicking. Except for Live Arcade, that's pretty bad in my opinion. But with the Pure Fusion Collective booking and all that was fine. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just kind of being nitpicky. But I just didn't think it should have happened. And then obviously the winner, Charlotte Flair. I mean, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. I knew she was gonna win. Every time she comes back, she always finds a way to win the big match. Her versus Tiffany Stratton should be good. It is what it is. Maybe Io Sky will win the Chamber or something. Or I don't know. Or maybe Alexa. Well, Alexa Bliss is probably going to be joining the Wyatt Six to face the Judgment Day because Liv Morgan eliminated her. So that looks like we're heading in that direction. But maybe Sky will win the Chamber or something. Yeah, I was pretty. Was I disappointed? I mean, no, sorta. I mean, I knew it was going to happen, so I wasn't holding I didn't have high hopes that she was going to lose. Charlotte's great at the end of the day. Like, it's not like I'm a pure Charlotte hater. I just think other people should get opportunities. It is what it is. So yeah, I take Charlotte to win. I knew that was going to happen. Then DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns. 14-minute match. I mean, obviously, it was kind of put on the back burner of everything else. It was no matter really what happened, unless unless The Rock got involved in that match, which obviously was not going to happen. The match was going to be put kind of on the side of the other three. So it is what it is. But obviously, I think the talking point was obviously the Street Profits heel turn. That was good. You saw what else did you see? I liked how DIY kind of played into the heel role. The ref they made the referee not see the tag in. At one point in the match, I think they tricked what do you call it, Shelly or I forget which one it was, but they tricked one. I think it was Sabin to like that Gargano was in the match, but Ciampa was actually the one in the match. It was something like that. One of the guys, I forget. And yeah, they were able to get the first fall off that. So they played well. DIY or the booking was good to make DIY look like really smart heels. But they also did a good job of not making the Motor City Machine Guns look like pure idiots. So I thought that was good. And then obviously the Street Profits turning heel. I mean, I don't know if that's a surprise in my opinion because they obviously need something. They have not looked good over the past couple of years, just kind of sitting around waiting for something. Obviously, Bobby Lashley and their partnership looked good, but then obviously he left WWE. So I think that this will culminate in the Profits probably winning the titles at WrestleMania. It doesn't look like I don't know if the Profits are tweeners because they also attack DIY. It just looks like they don't care about alliances. They're just looking out for themselves, which in my opinion is fine. But yeah, I think that this will culminate in a win at WrestleMania with them with the titles, or hell, it could be a little sooner. We don't know, but I think they should eventually win the titles. And then the Cody and Kevin match. WWE over the past couple of years, except for the Hell in a Cell, it looks like WWE is bringing back the brutality of these sort of blood feuds. Obviously, you saw the Punk and McIntyre match at Hell in a Cell, at Bad Blood, the Hell in a Cell match. That was great. There was so much brutality, and it was a complete blood feud, and you saw it in the light. And now you're seeing this match where people were being put through ladders. People were getting hit with metal pipes. The metal was being pushed into their face. They were getting hit with the parts of the ladder and everything like that. There was just so much. The storytelling was great because you could see how much this has blown up into such big of a rivalry. And if you were watching this for a first time, you would see how much these guys truly, truly wanted to get their hands on each other. And that is what we needed. The promos and the brawls and stuff like that have just shown us how much these guys want to get their hands on each other. And if the match would have turned out to be like, where they were using crash pads in Hell in a Cell a couple of years ago, then it wouldn't really have shown the magnitude of how big this rivalry was. But it was really shown in this match, and you got to give guys a lot of credit. Cody looked great. Kevin looked great. They just put on a great performance, using everything to their advantage. Even though Cody is a heel, he didn't hold back. Some people think this is an eventual Cody heel turn. I do like this sort of teases just to keep people on their toes. I don't think he's turning heel anytime soon, to be honest with you. He might retain the belt through WrestleMania, to be honest with you. So we'll have to see there. But right now, I thought it was great. Obviously, he put Kevin through the ladder with the Alabama Slam, and then he was able to retain. So, Cody didn't hold back. And I think that even though people are saying it's like a heel turn sort of thing, I think it just shows people that Cody is a legit champion. And I like to see that because I didn't want Cody to win at WrestleMania a couple years ago, even though I love Roman Reigns. But yeah. And Sami Zayn being teased to intervene in the match was definitely some bonus points I'll give to the writers. You didn't know if Sami was going to be physically involved in this match in any way, but I think his kind of worriedness for both men kind of played into the story as well. It just showed how much brutality there was in the match, so you got to give credit there. And then, I think we all knew Cody was going to win, but yeah, I predicted that. And then the men's Royal Rumble. Talk about star power. This was probably the most stacked Royal Rumble on paper of all time. Pretty much everybody in that match has held a world championship inside or outside of WWE. And even in WWE, pretty much all of them have held, world championships. And even like TNA guys like Joe Hendry did it. It was great to see him in the match, TNA world champion. I went nuts for him. That was really great. But yeah, this match was booked great. You saw Cena, Roman, Jay, even the final 11 were great. Like you saw Cena, Roman, what was it? Cena, Roman, Rollins, and Punk. They all faced off against each other. When Rollins came in, he immediately went after Punk. I thought the storytelling with McIntyre, just the second he looked at Punk, he would go right after him. And I thought it was great how everybody didn't want to make an alliance. They just wanted to beat the living hell out of each other. Like if somebody was trying to eliminate one another, the one guy wouldn't help the guy eliminate the guy who was trying to be, or the guy that was currently going over the ropes. He would just go after the guy who was trying to eliminate the other. I thought that was great just to see how much everybody really wanted to win. So yeah, I thought that was great. But yeah, the star power was great. Obviously, with all those incredible names and talents in the ring, the performance was going to be great by all of them. And then there were a few things I didn't like. The Braun Strowman return was unnecessary. That didn't make that much sense. He just got the living hell beat out of him a week ago by Jacob Fatu, and that made Jacob look pretty weak in the process. Yes, I didn't think that was too great. He didn't even come in with a scratch or maybe could have had a big brace or something. I don't know. Maybe he could have had tape around his ribs, something. He just looked like he was completely fine. Now, obviously, that shows how incredible Braun Strowman is, but that just makes Jacob Fatu, his attack, look nothing. Everybody literally thought he was dead. When you went on Twitter or X, whatever you call it. So that really didn't make that much sense. The booking of Ludwig Kaiser was pretty dumb. He's been put in Intercontinental Championship situations. He's been put in pretty featured rivalries. And just to have him eliminated in the first 2 seconds was pretty bad. I mean, for WWE, apparently he's not the fastest eliminated ever. But it just looked pretty dumb the way they booked him. I didn't like that. Then what else? Ray versus Penta, that was a good start. You always like to see that. That was pretty action-packed. Penta would put on a pretty good performance. I think he lasted 40 minutes. Braun Breaker's performance, that was good. He faced off against Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. That's just a show of future programs. The long-term storytelling, that's great to see. And then I Show Speed, obviously, coming in. I got to mention that. That was really great. The fact that he took a spear from Braun Breaker is just insane. I mean, he really fell hard. He took a big bump there. That was pretty bad. Credit to him, though, for taking that bump, because I don't know too many celebrities that would have done that. But yeah, I thought his entrance was pretty funny. The fact that Triple H just forced him to go in, I thought that was cool. Yeah, I got a kick out of that one. So, but yeah, credit to him. You got to give him a lot of credit for taking that bump, because I definitely would not have. Then what else? Logan Paul at number 30, I wasn't too happy with. Obviously, he's a member of the Raw roster, but 30 is always supposed to be reserved for, a return or something like that, and I just wasn't a fan of it. Like, I think, like The Rock, there was something in me that's saying, like, maybe The Rock's gonna come out, and, he'll get a few minutes in the match, but I was pretty underwhelmed with that. And then the fact that he eliminated Punk, I wasn't a fan of. And the fact that he was in the final, I wasn't mad that he was in the final four. To be honest with you, it wasn't too much of a concern. If he would have won, I would have been pretty pissed off, because not that he's not great in the ring, but there are so many other people that would have deserved it. But yeah, I really didn't want him to eliminate Punk. I thought it could have been used for Roman Reigns or something. But yeah, it is what it is. And then what else was there? Oh, AJ Styles returned. I totally forgot about AJ Styles. Yeah, that was great. Many people didn't expect him to come back. I expected him to come back. I don't really know where everybody else was, but I expected that to happen, because I knew it was reported that he was in Indianapolis before the event, and why would he not return? It doesn't make that much sense. If I'm missing out on anything, I feel like I am. I apologize. I feel like I've got everything down. Yeah, I feel like that's everything. He has the OG theme back. That was good. But let's just get right into the end of it. The last two, John Cena and Jey Uso, were great. I mean, that was a good, fun, little match there. Obviously, Cena has the story of him going to wanting to win that 17th world title. Jey trying to live up to his name, main event Jey Uso. The fact Jey won, I'm not mad about it at all. Like, I think it's fine. But I did want Punk to win. I feel like Punk should have won. I feel like this was his moment to main event WrestleMania. And the fact that, he has injury problems, he's getting a bit older, I feel like that should all be taken into consideration. At the end of it, Jey winning is fine. Like, there are a lot of people that are mad about it. I'm not mad about it. I do think he should win at WrestleMania. If he doesn't win at WrestleMania, this is all worthless. You're trying to build him up if you're really going forward with him winning this, being main event, Jey Uso, he has to win at WrestleMania. He just has to. There's no way he can lose. He just can't lose. You have him win the biggest match of the year. The Royal Rumble is always the biggest match. It gets so much media attention. He has to win at WrestleMania, or it's going to be very worthless. He has to win. If you're going forward with this, he has to win. He just can't, win this such big match and then lose it. He has to win. He has to. John Cena, I didn't think John Cena should have won, to be honest with you. I did think he was going to win when it was him and Jey Uso. I didn't think he should have won, though. I think he needs, I think his story needs to develop over the year of him trying to win the championship, and he needs to work harder. Because in his first promo, he was like, what if I can't do it? And I feel like he needs that sort of doubt just to be built back up and eventually win the title at the end of the year. So I didn't think he should have won, to be honest with you. I thought that was fine. But I really did think Punk should have won, to be honest with you. So yeah. Also, I don't think we're ever seeing AJ Lee. Just forget about it at this point. I forgot to mention that earlier. All right. That'll do it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe with the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Lay in the Great Blogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Cod. Or make sure you guys go subscribe to my main channel at Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on X at Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen, or make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast, and make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.